This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman. While Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt. Back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all right here is no mystery. Cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode 250. I'm Jim. I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Fortunately, Jason will not be here because we kicked him off the show, as we discussed last week. And in his place, we have special guest, Leah Remini.
Hi guys, it's great to be here. I'm so happy to be here. I got my wine. Don't touch me.
Literally, Leah is drinking wine.
I am drinking wine. I do declare.
What? Now she's Southern.
I'm showing you my acting skills. I'm now Southern. I am a Southern debutante. My colors are blush and purple. I screwed up that audition. I don't think I'm in the Steel Magnolias remake.
Oh, okay, sorry, everybody. Jason is here.
I'm Kevin James. What's going on? Hey, guys. Watch my new show, King of Brooklyn. If you couldn't tell by the impersonations,
I am here. And I'm drinking wine. I am drinking wine. It's very classy. My wife asked me.
some people drink wine classy, but you don't.
I got my pinky out. I
His
got my
pinky is sticking out. That shows class.
That's class. My wife asked
Fetch.
me. What's fetch?
It's not going to be a thing.
Go ask 365.
I know you can be overwhelmed and underwhelmed, but can you ever just be whelmed?
I think I'm feeling whelmed right now.
Okay. My impersonations do that to a lot of people.
They whelm me.
Yes.
Actually, they feel like they're whipping me.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are a quarter of a century there. 250. I did not expect us to have 250 episodes, Jeff, when we started this.
I figured the show would get to 250. I just figured I'd be dead by now.
I knew we'd get to 250 because that's the definition of insanity.
Doing the same thing over and over.
But we're not expecting different results.
No, we're not. We're not. Blake may, but I'm not.
Why would we expect anything different from perfection?
I don't know. That is true. It took us 248 episodes, but we got to perfection. I feel like that's the thing.
So you're saying last week was the perfect episode?
247. Yes, go back and listen. Last week was perfect. So, Jim, you're drinking wine. What are you drinking?
This is not wine. This is beer.
That's beer.
I went away from pulling stuff out of the back of your fridge, and instead I brought a growler of Municipal Brew Works' finest Walterman Blonde Ale.
Ooh.
It's a nice watermelon blonde. It's delicious.
I am drinking Moosland Ars Vitus. It's a Riesling.
Ars Vitus.
It's a Ars Vitus. I think I know. It's my wine.
Ass life.
I got it from Cincinnati.
It's a combination
He's
of
not my Vetus. He's not
English
your
and,
Vetus. He's our Vetus.
It's a medium-bodied, well-balanced white wine, which has been selected for its crisp character. It's ideal for drinking with cold meat, salads, and seafood, or taken as aperitif.
Yeah, because Jason doesn't drink wines of color.
Really? Down the hall.
And you're the one that said white.
Anyways. What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Please.
this is great. Great
Do you like
cheer.
the
Thank
municipal
you.
beer? They donated a brew tour this year for us at the expo, so we appreciate that. And we had a hockey draft there, a fancy hockey draft a couple weeks ago, and we bought lots of growlers.
Yes, I think he sold 4 growlers.
At least 4 or 5, yeah. He sold 2 to me.
Oh, then he sold 5.
Yes. Unfortunately, we are now empty on those 2 growlers because Jeff came over for game night a couple weeks ago, and I just kept drinking.
Yeah, you're blaming me. I didn't even have any.
No, not you. My wife and I did a pretty good number on those growlers. But yeah, so did anything else go on this week, guys? Anything exciting? It's episode 250. What you got? Any ups?
I'm drinking water with a little bit of lemon.
You're welcome. I did that.
Ooh.
I may have put some wine in there too. I didn't.
So maybe I'll be drunk when I leave here.
Ooh. Jim, any ups?
My up is I held on to win one of my fantasy football matchups this week. I withstood the onslaught that was Tyreek Hill and Pat Mahomes.
Man, that asshole. Who'd you beat?
You.
Damn it. You went into Monday night with who? Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jimmy Graham's going to get at least 4 points to beat me. Yep. How many did he get?
6.
6, so he beat me by 3. Okay. There was nobody. Unfortunately, my team is either boom or bust, so there's nobody on my bench that would have helped me win.
Yes, there was.
Don't ask. No. There was nobody on my bench.
What, that wide receiver from Miami? What's his name? Wilson?
Albert Wilson.
You have 25 points in your bench?
Yeah, I didn't put him on.
It's okay. I have.
Yeah, no one's going to start Albert Wilson, especially with Osweiler being the one throwing the ball.
Well, he came in the second quarter.
I
Who started?
Was it
Tannehill was out
No.
before.
Oh, he was
Osweiler
out before the
started,
game?
yes.
Okay, I did not see any football this weekend.
I watched a lot.
I know,
of it.
because you were watching Superman the musical.
Get to that in a second. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I did not watch any football except for the last 2 minutes of Pittsburgh Bengals, and I really didn't even watch that. I was stopping by my parents' house, and I was like, oh, the Bengals scored. Minute and a half left. Pittsburgh won this. Too much time.
I was like, they scored him like they left too much time
Yep.
on the clock.
As good Bengals fans, we all realized that's way too much time. He should have taken a knee at the 1.
Yeah.
And then they would have been stopped on 3 straight plays.
But then I could have at least kicked the field goal
And
for
then
the
lost.
tie.
No, it was down 20-14.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They put him up by 1. I'm an idiot.
Could you imagine, if you go to our Twitter page, Jim has a good one on this, not even the Bengals, Pittsburgh, did you see that reckless hit on the Dolphins? Was that on the Dolphins by the Bears?
When the guy brushed the guy, when the quarterback threw the ball and it hit, and the defensive guy came by and hit his arm.
Yes. Barely hit the quarterback's arm, and they called a penalty on roughing the
They called
passer.
roughing the passer.
He did it. I had to watch
You're
it.
not allowed to hit the quarterback's arm.
I guess not. I had to watch that video 3 times for him to see what he did.
I guess they thought he hit him in the head.
Do they realize it was Brock Osweiler? It doesn't really matter.
You got to protect quarterbacks like Brock Osweiler in this league.
He does bring them tickets.
You guys are just fucking preaching to the choir. I'm a Browns fan, and I'm used to referees fucking people every week. So, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure, because they really fucked your Browns this week. I mean, if it wasn't for them, they would have only lost by 15.
No, the Chargers fucked us this week.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
What is the
And
Chargers?
receivers they can't catch.
What is the Chargers?
And
How
then
are
we
they
fucked
winning?
ourselves. And then the Chargers fucked
They
us.
got
Melvin Gordon.
future Hall of Fame quarterback Phillip Rivers.
Rivers
Phillip
is
Rivers.
decent. I will give you that.
Gordon,
They got 2
Keenan
solid
Allen,
running backs.
Allen.
The receivers can catch the ball, like some Cleveland ones.
Hey, you know, the Chargers were actually a Super Bowl pick for a lot of pundits this year against the Rams. So
Really?
Yes.
I'm
A lot
not
of
knocking the
people-
Chargers. I'm just not. I wasn't expecting them to be that decent.
No, they're really good.
I know they are.
Yeah.
I also saw a lot of people picking Minnesota, and they've been awful.
Yeah.
They've been less than average. That's my son's favorite team, and sorry because he really liked the color purple when he was about 3. And then
Really? You let him read that book?
Yes. It was a bedtime story. And then Whoopi, and then Oprah.
And then he saw the series Vikings with Ragnar.
Ragnar.
He said, "Yeah, I like this team."
But no, he's really grown into liking them a lot, and he was happy that they got a quarterback this year, even though Case Keenum did something last year. But, sorry, Denver. That's your football talk on Hobie.
Yes.
Jim, did you go to the game, Bengals game?
No, I did not. I never go to the Steelers game.
Good call.
Because the fans there
Are horrible.
during that game are horrible, horrible human beings.
Both sides.
Both sides. I'm not going
sides.
to call out Pittsburgh fans for being bad because I've talked to some good ones there. I'm not going to say Bengals fans are good because most of the time Bengals fans are assholes because they're drunk and they want to start fights, and the Pittsburgh fans go right ahead with it. So it's.
I'm going to say I have not. I met one good Pittsburgh fan. That was Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd. I met one horrible one. That was Ian from the Pittsburgh Nerd. So that was pretty. It was 50-50 right now.
Oh, wait. I think Stork over at Besotted Geek tips it to the asshole Pittsburgh.
Yep,
fan.
yeah, it's true. But Mrs. Besotted Geek actually doesn't. Peacock doesn't. So it's
okay.
again 50-50. But Besotted Geek is Canadian of the Year.
That he is.
Sweet.
Floppies are coming up in December. We have now got it, and I'm not kidding, 3 requests for people to come on our show for the winter holiday episode. So
who else?
Andrew just requested to come on the show.
Oh, and
So Blake won't be able to make it.
band.
Andy.
That restraining order. That's the real reason why he wasn't at the Comic Expo.
No.
Andy resisted the Hobie every time.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, Blake, what's your up?
On a serious note, I am very proud to say that we and our listeners, those who donated, this past Friday, we presented to Easter Seals Talbert House a check for $18,000.
That's for the Bowling for the Brave, your organization.
Yes, from Bowling for the Brave, pretty much almost a 100% nonprofit. And essentially, we're, for the 3rd straight year in a row, we have increased our donations. And so hopefully next year we'll be able to keep the increasing, the donation trend upward. And I hope that we'll hit 20,000 next year that we can write a check.
This is what, your 5th year? 4th year?
Well, technically it was my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Your
think-
3rd year, but their 4th
My
year?
3rd year, but their 4th year overall, yes.
Do you think it's the power of Hobie that does this?
I think the power of Hobie probably was responsible for a couple $1,000.
We did get, we did send out thank you baskets to people. Thank you
Yes.
gifts. There's 2 people that are still getting them.
Very important thank you gifts.
Yes.
If you're a listener of this podcast, you will cherish it.
2 people, reasons are several, and Pop Culture Podcast, they're getting theirs by next week. So I apologize. I needed their addresses, so it took a week. So I apologize, but they will be
Yeah.
getting them this weekend probably, actually.
Yes, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Yes. My up this week is, I don't know, I saw Superman.
The musical.
The musical at Cincinnati Children's Theater of Children's Theater of Cincinnati. So I appreciate that. We had some really good seats. I do want to say that it was a great time. I took my 4-year-old daughter, my wife, and my 8-year-old. My 8-year-old's been to several plays before in musicals. My daughter's was her first time. And good news is with the Children's Theater, it was only like an hour and 15 minutes. And even though I'm not a Superman fan, I did enjoy it. It was a very 1960s 50s George Reeves type. And Evan Coon, who plays
Who's George Raves?
George Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Shut it. This is my 4th glass of wine, so just shut it. It should be fun. But yes, Evan Coons, who played Superman, did a great job with it, and really enjoyed the show. So I do want to thank the Cincinnati Children's Theater. And they do have Santa Claus the Musical coming in December. Jungle Book is coming in February.
musical?
I don't know if it's musical. And then a new take on Sleeping Beauty in April.
The musical?
Ooh.
I'm going to say they're all musicals.
Oh, okay.
So yes, but yeah, Superman was a good time. This was the first time my daughter saw a play, and she really enjoyed it. So it was a neat experience to see her actually she was kind of like just aghast with it all. Like she didn't realize what was happening, or like what was going to happen.
Awesome.
Okay, you once saw. Would it be awkward for, let's say, a 40-ish lone male to go to these?
By yourself?
Yes.
I don't think so. By yourself, maybe. You can hitch a ride with us next time.
Just don't wear your priest collar. And
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of the time when I went to see the Lego Movie. I went to an afternoon showing of the Lego Movie, and everybody's there with their little kids, and I'm the 45-year-old man sitting in there by myself,
Can we keep it
laughing because it was a funny movie, and these kids just didn't understand the humor.
Did you see Batman Lego Movie
I did
in the theater
in the theater.
by yourself?
No, I was with Jim and the intern Hackney.
That's even worse. 3 guys by a middle-aged man.
Yeah, but it was also later show, not like the matinee.
Oh, okay. So yes, let's keep it classy because unlike last week, we held the Children's Theater regret.
you know what? We should actually release a children's theater friendly version of the podcast.
Oh my God.
Edit out the bad things.
Edit
So
out.
a 12-minute episode.
No, actually, what we should
not
do
bad.
is take some of the live audio from Superman, and anytime we start talking about something bad or use a curse word, we replace it with their song music.
So it would start, welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode so-and-so. And then the music would start, and then it would stop and be like, Roger says goodbye.
My name is Kal-El. I'm stuck on a planet that's like hell.
That's actually pretty good. That wasn't in the pipe, but that's pretty good. I like it.
Thank you.
It's no blush and bashful, but that is Leah Remney. I do declare I am going to be in Steel Magnolias.
My son can lift a truck, and I gotta say, what the...
Actually, his dad was not in it. His dad did not die because of a
What?
tornado. Just stay there, son. Just let me die.
No, I'm going to die, but you could save me. But we'll just let that happen.
I
Ben
have a
Affleck
palace
and
of ice,
Henry Cavill are officially out as of today.
and it's
As
very
Batman and
nice.
Superman. And Flash, the movie, got pushed back to 2021.
Oh, I thought they were canceling it.
Nope. They said their script wasn't good enough, so they're still writing the script.
So
Why didn't that stop them for every other movie they did other than Wonder Woman?
Because they couldn't get James Gunn on board to write it for them.
He's on Suicide Squad 2.
That's it. Talking about that later.
So Flash is moving very slowly.
Ah!
Oh, I see what you did there.
I didn't.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. So yes, thank you to Cincinnati Children's Theater. And yes, so
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
you still can do monstrous pre-orders from Greg Wright.
Order them now.
Source Point Press. Please give them look up them. Monstrous. We'll have a link on our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas. Also, a couple of things here. Nerdly. We are Nerdly. And
.co.uk.
that's right. .co.uk. Good day, Governor. Hello, Vega. Cheeky.
Oh, it was me. I'm sorry.
Jim? Anybody? Cheeky Monkeys?
Oh, it's for Deutschland.
Wanker.
Keep getting
that's
that
wrong
wrong.
Wanker.
Anyways,
Have a good day, Mom.
that's Jamaican.
Oh,
I do declare that's Jamaican. Anyways, Nerdly, they will have my Black Lightning episode 2 review up this week. This comes and shut up, Jim. I love Black Lightning.
Still sucks.
No, you suck. That's my official take. You suck, Jim. And also, I will be reviewing Halloween, and that will be up on Friday. The new movie, the Michael Myers movie is. I'll be there Thursday night, so I'll be.
still sucks.
I hate you.
Let me
Well,
guess.
this way you don't have to use different words for all your reviews.
No, my reviews are good. Okay.
Let me guess. Jamie Lee Curtis survives, and Mike Myers goes and starts Wayne World.
Ooh, that would be fun.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Look it up, kids. So yes, so there. So look at nerdly.co.uk this weekend. Oh, this week, sorry. And anybody watch any other TV shows this week? The new ones or anything like that for the new fall season? We talked about it last week.
I did
Anything
watch some of
new?
Single Parents.
Oh, did that get better?
It is not god awful. I won't
gonna be
say
on
it's
the
great,
commercials.
but it's not god awful.
Toby says not god awful.
I've officially given up on Murphy Brown.
Oh, did you? How many episodes? 3?
3.
Would they all talk? Would they all anti-Trump?
Oh yeah, but I mean, even just regardless of what the politics are, it was just the script and the acting.
No,
Was
I
not
mean, there's
good.
so much more you could do.
Do you want a TV
If
show or
Lohan-
you want pontification?
Yeah, we already have all those shows in the evenings, like
Yeah, they're called late night.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything else? Anything new? Did anyone watch New Amsterdam?
No.
I heard really bad things about that one.
Well, isn't it TV's #1 new drama?
On Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. The Rookie starts tonight. I taped that. I'm not expecting high hopes, but I like Nathan Fillion. I'm also looking.
I like a 40-year-old Nathan Fillion too. Unfortunately, season 1 of Castle was 7 years ago.
9.
No.
I did
I don't
watch.
get it.
I did watch Riverdale. Loved it. First half hour was awful.
All right, moving on.
Still sucks.
Second half, great. I did watch All American. That was decent.
Do I know what that is?
It's about a kid from a bad part of the neighborhood in California. He gets recruited to play high school football at Beverly Hills. As a fish out of water. It's actually based on a true story.
True story.
I think the coach that recruits him is actually his father that he never met. I think that's the twist.
Ooh.
And if it is, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be a typical cliched one, like teenagers and drama. It was decent. It was not bad. And then I did see Million Little Things. I saw 2 episodes of that. Did you see that, Jeff?
Yep.
Are you caught up?
I'm caught up.
Okay, we're 1 episode behind.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
Okay.
I was very upset Ron Livingston wasn't in it long.
Well, he did die.
I know.
Spoiler, I haven't seen it.
It's the first episode, first 5 minutes, and that's what the whole story's about.
I haven't seen it.
Did you like it?
I like it. I'm going to continue watching it, at least for the time being.
My wife and I really enjoyed it. Number 1 fan Doug has some issues with it.
Yeah, he tweeted at me on some of these.
Well, that's because he's 7.
My brother, Dundee Pains is. Let's see here. He said, it's trying too hard for an emotional reaction. I want to like it, I just can't yet.
Durr, it's a television drama.
And he said, the dead guy is way too good.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot more.
Well, he tweeted at me and said, "If this seems to be like the greatest guy in the world, yet he meets his only friends on an elevator. I mean, what happened to all his? If he's so great, wouldn't he have friends before this?"
He killed them.
I said, "Yeah, he killed them all, and then sabotaged that elevator just to meet these new guys."
I like that idea. I do think that he has a lot of shady real estate dealings. I think that's what's going to come out. Let's see. His reviews. This is number 1 fan Doug. Real quick. Watch Single Parents. Last week's episode was the best episode.
Yes.
The kids are much better characters than the adults. I've watched Magnum, Single Parents, The Cool Kids, and A Million Little Things. Magnum is probably the best, but none of them are must-watch. So there you go. And then we got some other reviews, I think, later on, too. But yeah, A Million Little Things I was pleasantly surprised by. Jim, are you watching Mayans? Did you get caught up or anything?
Not yet. I
Okay.
wasn't home a lot the past week.
I'm
so.
2 episodes behind. I really am still enjoying it. I'm really
I
enjoying
think I
it.
will, but I'll probably end up watching like 6 episodes at a time.
The problem is they're like an hour and 15 minutes each, hour and 20.
Yeah, that'll be my next Monday.
Good call. Good call. I am caught up on Flash.
That was quick.
Ah!
I don't get it.
He's still not the fastest man alive because now his daughter from the future is in there and is there.
What's her name?
Yeah, he'd still be the fastest man alive because she's a female.
That's true.
Oh, he's got you. Semantics.
I didn't watch last season, so I just jumped back on and I was fine with it.
So he's a season behind.
No, but now I'm okay. And I really liked. I got Arrow on DVR. I haven't watched that one yet. I'm intrigued just because he's in jail and supposedly the prison storyline that I'm looking for.
Are they going to show flashbacks to 5 years ago?
I don't.
When he comes back to
Season 3. They're going flashback to season 3. Remember when Felicity did this? Or when we broke up again? Every time. Anything else you guys got?
They're going to have clip shows.
So it's
essentially, yes.
So it's come to this.
Yes.
A clip show. Let's get to the poll of the week.
I'm upset at Dos Equis
Why are you upset at Dos Equis?
because they've come out with a pale ale.
What's the pale ale?
Exactly.
Why do Dos Equis have a pale ale?
Because Dos Equis is a lager.
No, why do they have a pale ale?
Because they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh. Is that an IPA?
It's a pale ale.
No.
It's a PA.
Would you be more upset if they did an IPA?
That's my next disappointment.
What's your next disappointment? Go ahead.
My next disappointment for the week.
What's that?
Oh, Google.
Okay. Would you like to expand on that?
No.
Yeah, just fuck you.
No, Google employees having Google pull out of the Pentagon's JEDI project because they didn't want to use their technology for military purposes.
Yes.
However, they're perfectly fine and acceptable in helping a totalitarian regime create an internet that suppresses free speech and quashes human rights.
Allegedly.
No, it's not allegedly. It's China.
It's allegedly.
Sure.
Down the hall.
Whatever.
Hillary Clinton's got a podcast down there. She's not doing anything else lately.
It's Google, comrade.
Well, can we talk about Stormy Daniels and her lawsuit got shut down, and she has to pay Trump's lawyers?
And the funniest thing I saw about that is all the people that are paying Stormy Daniels. Now all their money goes to pay Trump's legal fees.
Her GoFundMe page is going to go pay Trump. Oh, down the hall.
What the fuck world do we live in anymore? Well, I don't even know.
It's not
Call her a horse face on Twitter. This is what we've become.
It's not going to Trump. It's just going to Trump's lawyers. That's different.
And they really did a good job because they got the case tossed.
I don't even care if it's Trump. If you for or against him, we don't care. It's just the president is literally calling a porn star horse face.
Didn't he just,
going to
didn't he
do
just
it.
pay to have sex with her?
If you're going to do it, at least call Sarah Jessica Parker in, okay?
Maybe that's who he was talking about.
Maybe. My God.
Maybe he thought
I don't
she
even.
was Sarah Jessica Parker and he didn't remember having sex with her.
I just like Brett Kavanaugh. I'm going to be impartial. Okay, why are you yelling at me still?
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to be impartial, unlike all you damn Democrats who don't know what impartiality means.
Give me more beer.
I like beer.
I like beer.
Now, honestly, though,
Are you going to vote for a Supreme Court justice that likes beer or not?
I'd have to vote for one that likes beer.
And women, apparently. Allegedly.
Allegedly, down the hall.
I just like how Trump had like, I don't even know, it's like, yeah, we're going to have a TV special about him being sworn in. What the fuck is this, a very special episode of Family Ties? I mean, come on, people.
Well, he wasn't taking speed pills or anything. Come on.
There's never enough time.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I like beer. See Brett Kavanaugh Saved by the Bell now. In Jesse's role.
Zach has to comfort Brett. Zach Morris is
What the fuck happened to our world? This might be 4 wines ago, but what the fuck happened?
Oh, I'm depressed. I need to drink some more beer.
This might be a very drunk episode.
I'll join you.
Moving on. Twitter poll of the week. Find us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. We had, what's your favorite tabletop game? We got a lot of good responses to this. Yeah, we had Ticket to Ride, Settlers of Catan, Dungeons and Dragons, and other.
I really think we should have made a deal with Jason that if Dungeons and Dragons won this poll, he'd have to sit down and play with us.
I would, but you never invite me.
I think we've invited you every single time.
I've been busy.
He had to do his hair.
I was just going to say that. Just going to say that. In last place, 10% of the vote, Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, I didn't like that game.
I like the game, but there's other games, better games out there.
With actually 16% of the vote.
16%, or 15 actually.
No,
Yeah.
16. It was updated.
16% had wood for their sheep.
No. It's not Borderlands or whatever you play.
No, Settlers of Catan is where you trade.
Yes, I know. It is a very popular game, but I don't understand why. It's like Farmville, right?
Yes, it's just like Farmville.
Yeah, Jason.
Matter of fact, Farmville is just the a version of that for
Digital version?
for the phone. Yeah.
16% of the vote had Tickets to Ride. 23% had other. We'll get to those in a second. And 51% it came down.
Is it not fair to put a category that's other?
No, because people may like other ideas.
Yeah, but Dungeons and Dragons still kick the crap out of other.
51%. I was actually very surprised that I got that many. Not that it wasn't popular, but I was very surprised it ran away with it. I thought Sailors of Catan would actually get higher.
No, Joe Manganiello got on and voted for Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you, Joe.
Good job, Joe.
About 17 times. He's got a bunch of fake Twitter accounts and everything.
Yeah, suck it, Jason.
Vin Diesel got on and voted for Dungeons and Dragons.
Ticket to Ride is my favorite game of the tabletops.
Is that where the one vote came from?
No, we actually got a decent amount. I was not allowed to vote. I made the poll. Let's see. Besotted Geek had Pandemic. I like that game.
Yeah, you guys liked it,
We
didn't
played
you?
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I supposedly caused the outbreak every time.
You did.
I do.
You were the one that flipped over
I
the
do.
card, and it's
Every single time.
Randall Holt said, does Trivia Pursuit count? Does now.
damn straight it counts.
It was under other.
Nikki from New Zealand,
Yeah.
our favorite Kiwi, said, we are playing 2 D&D campaigns at the moment, but my heart belongs to Zombicide, and I even play it alone. I've never played Zombicide.
Is your favorite Kiwi, or did your new best friend...
Manu
Samantha?
Bennett.
Nikki always has a place in my heart.
Good to know.
Kiora.
You notice how he didn't answer the question.
Bridging the Geekdoms podcast. I'm on the Vampire the Masquerade train myself.
I've played that.
I have
Is
not
it fun?
played that yet.
Yeah, it's a role playing game.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
for a
it's-
minute I thought he was training himself for the Vampire the Masquerade.
No, he's on the train. You choo, choo, choo.
Oh, he's on the Vampire Masquerade train.
Farside podcast says Vampire the Masquerade is amazing. I think Farside
Yeah.
podcast is they just read Farside comics all day.
I
Really?
have to
No,
look
I'm
it
not.
up.
I'm kidding. But that is a good idea.
Actually,
Then
they,
describe the picture because it's a
It's
podcast.
a deer.
It's a little kid pushing on a door. the sign says pull, and the sign above the door says Midvale School for the Gifted.
I don't get it. Could you be more descriptive?
That's
The kid's wearing glasses.
There you go. Thank you.
I don't get it. That's my catchphrase now.
Sorry.
the Vampire the Masquerade for the past number of Gen Cons actually had booths set up so you can join the games, and they got Vampire the Masquerade games going on literally almost every night at Gen Con.
Huh. I've never played it.
So I suppose that's like they're bringing this back or something, and it's the new big thing.
Oh, it's always been there.
Well, I know.
How long has it been out?
And what's really
Since the early '90s.
Really?
What's really neat is I think a lot of the people that run the booth actually have like the permanent incisor vampire teeth.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
I'm a little
Cosmetically,
That's going a little too far.
no, that's serious cosplay.
It's fun.
Sean Finley had Candyland.
Yeah,
Sean.
that doesn't surprise me.
Intern Hackney had Chardy McDennis.
That is an excellent game to play.
Intern Hackney wins the poll.
That is from Always Sunny in Philly.
But I can't find a good rule set for that game.
Well, the one you have to be in a cage.
No, that's just if you break the rules,
Oh, that's right.
and you have to be in the cage till you eat an entire cake. Not a baked cake. All the ingredients to a cake.
Nerdy Bitches had Betrayal at the House on the Hill. I was okay with that. It's not my favorite.
No, it's one of my favorites. I love that game. The biggest problem with people I know who complain about that game is they want a game where you're trying to win, and this is just a game where you're having fun.
I don't like it because I was stuck in the basement.
That's why I liked it.
My wife pulled the elevator up, and I was the bad guy, and I couldn't go anywhere.
And everybody got out of the house.
I'm still in the basement.
Yeah, he was the betrayer and couldn't find his way out of the basement.
Genie of Hobie. All the choices are great. I do like Battle Wizards, though. Never seen that.
Well, there's a lot more to the title of that game.
Is there?
Oh, man, now you're going to make me look it up.
Izzy Fisher Condrick had It's Trouble. Always the game Trouble.
Any
Never
problematic
trouble.
games are fantastic.
Yeah, any game that has a bubble in the middle of the board for dice, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we
That's
need
right.
Pop-O-Matic D&D.
Brian Auer had BattleTech. And I asked him, I was like, not be a smartass, but is it still around? And he said it is coming back a little bit. He said they've gone through a lot of changes, like a lot of different companies bought them.
Yes.
But they are trying to come back.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. Now, I could go into a long explanation, but yes, that is true. But the BattleTech miniatures, and that's come and gone and all that kind of stuff. A new company just bought them out, and so
Do they
the old
still do
stuff
miniatures?
not in the current form. I think they're coming out with something different. It's going to be more like a card table war game
I was just wondering.
thing. But I loved BattleTech on the computer. You know, when you're running around in your mech and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool.
I remember that. DVD Lowdown I wrote one called Superior Wars, superhero-based D20.
Yeah, it's
Look
like
at you go.
yeah, it's like superhero D&D, basically, 3rd edition.
Phantom of the Pine said, D&D is an all-time favorite, but Cards Against Humanity is freaking hilarious.
Unless you have your father-in-law playing with you.
He says, I don't recommend it when the little ones are around, though.
Hey, or your nieces.
Or your
Or
father-in-law.
your father-in-law.
What's a glory hole, Blake?
Oh, God.
Jeff, did you get it?
Yeah, as soon as this picture comes up. Go on.
Okay.
It is the epic spell wars of the battle wizards at Mount Skullsfire.
Too long. Battle Wizards is correct. Change approved.
Change approved. Thanks, Jeannie. Back.
You know what that sound means?
You need a new piece of paper?
No, hold on.
Is it time for...
I don't know if they can hear you tapping your phone.
Don't encourage. What time is it for, Blake?
It's time for the bomb listener feedback. Read off my iPhone
Sponsored?
by the 0.018%.
Moving on.
We're going to start off.
By Stormy Daniels. Legal team.
No,
Oh, okay, sorry.
we're going to start off with that one guy,
No more fan Doug?
formerly known as.
Apans?
Can't give yourself a nickname?
7?
I wanted it to be called the Hammer.
Yes,
You know why I couldn't?
Because you can't give yourself a nickname.
There you go.
that's right.
Phillips had a screwdriver?
All right, so reading off my iPhone because somebody couldn't print me out.
Hackney!
Exactly. So Doug says, who is the early front runner for Canadian of the Year, eh?
This is a tough call. Who do we got for front runner?
Well, Hackney did buy me the sweatshirt.
Who's nominated?
He is
We don't
a...
even have nominations yet.
But there is some early rumors.
Is this an early one?
I think an early front runner is Dr. Number One.
Really?
Well, he told me he would send a bunch of bribes my way. So.
Ooh. Besotted Geek is trying to do a follow-up. No one's ever done it 2 years. Yeah, they have. So he's
Did
looking
Nickel
to
get 3 years in a row?
Yeah, 2.5. I think Heno is back. I think he wants it. I think Pop Culture Podcast is looking at it. I know Grim Horror has done a great job. He always, promotes our show, so I think that might be up there.
Wait. Nikki, I think, wants to know if people from New Zealand are eligible.
Yes, we are doing a new category this year. New Zealand of the year. It's the Kiwi of the year.
Kiwi, oh.
Manu Bennett is one of the options. Heno is another option. Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd.
And Scab Jeff.
Scab Jeff. That's not going to happen. Nikki is up for Idahoan of the year because everybody loves a good Idaho resident.
Did you just call her a hoe?
No, I called her an Idahoan. Never mind.
What
She's up for Brit of the year. Anyways, let me rephrase that. So yes, Emily Blunt's up for Brit of the year as well. Just want to let you know.
Is that 5 years in a row for Emily Blunt?
Mrs. John Krasinski?
Mrs. Jason Brigger. But I will say, I do declare that we will be having our nominations come out soon for the Floppy Awards. November, they come out. Middle of November, so be ready. And then our December episode where we get drunk and talk is in December sometime.
What's different than that from a regular Tuesday?
We have about 9 people on the show then.
We have 9 drunk idiots instead of 4.
And we get chili. What else we got?
And in electronic smoker meat?
Fuck you, you're not getting that anymore. Nope.
I never got it in the first place.
No, you're not getting
That's
anything.
what she said.
Oh.
What else you got, Blake?
Herpes.
Speaking of nominations for Idahoan of the Year, Idahoan, Nikki, was there enough of Archie's abs in the season premiere of Riverdale for you, Jason.
I think he was shirtless 90% of the episode. I approve it. He is a good-looking man. Good for him. Was very
Couldn't
hot.
be that good looking. Isn't he a ginger?
He is a ginger. But it was pretty good.
Certifiable?
I don't know. I've never seen if the carpet matches the drapes.
So is Neighbors one of your best movies? Because Zac Efron walks around without a shirt on.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. I do love Zac Efron. Anyways, go ahead. What else we got?
Next, from the next Idahoan
No, Canadian.
nomination of the year. Oh, Canadian of the year?
Yeah.
Beside a Geek Pod. Will The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina be as good as Riverdale?
I don't think it could be as bad as Riverdale.
I know. That's a hell of a lot to live up to.
If it's at the same level of Riverdale, then it will fail miserably.
Riverdale is great.
I don't know. Will Sabrina spend most of the time shirtless?
It is Netflix. They don't have any rules.
There
Let's
you
do
go.
it. Let's do
Who's
it.
playing Sabrina?
I mean, I'm only looking at her abs.
No, yeah.
That's all I want to know.
I hope it is. I will be watching Sabrina this year, and I like that I can binge watch them all, so I'm excited about that.
You love your binge watching.
I do.
Not as much as I do, because I can watch entire seasons of Winona Earp in one sitting.
Have you gotten through season 2?
No.
Okay.
I got episode 6 now.
Out of how many?
I don't know.
Okay. Too many?
Hopefully 7.
Hopefully 7.
Keeps passing out before the next episode.
I would too. What else we got?
From the next candidate nominee for Idahoan of the year, Randall Holt.
He's actually going to be one of our judges this year.
Why is there so much judging?
Oh, because it's America.
Why not? So, what do you think of Batwoman's look in the CW universe?
Not gay enough.
It looks good. It looks very much like the comics. So you know what that means. Internet will complain and say, not gay enough.
Yeah, because they need her to be super gay.
They need to, no, it doesn't matter. The internet needs something to complain about. So they will bitch about her when she shows up.
There will be outrage.
Yes. But it looks good. I like the character. I like the look of it. So we'll see. I like the look of her.
And then there'll be outrage on the outrage.
So my question is, are they going to have a Batwoman in a universe where Batman does not exist?
I don't know.
Is that what's going to happen?
Superman shows up in this year's
Oh, man, that's so deep.
Yeah,
sorry.
he showed up in
Supergirl, yeah.
Supergirl before, but
Yeah, I don't know.
does Batman exist in their universe?
It's Elseworlds is the crossover episode this year, and Flash, Barry Allen is actually Arrow, and Oliver Queen is the Flash in the Elseworlds.
That sounds stupid.
Well, I'm just telling you what it is. So, just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. What else we got, Blake?
From the next nominee, from Scab Jeff, up to third in Hollywood Stock Exchange. Just saying.
Well, let's see how up to date he is.
History of Bad Ideas has a Hollywood Stock Exchange you can play at. It's free. Just go on to Hollywood Stock Exchange, HSX. You can buy stock of movies, actors, actresses. Try beat us. We have a 15-team league. We always can add more, so just pop on in. I think I'm in 13th.
I think I'm in just above you.
I started making some deals yesterday.
Uh-oh.
So I'm hoping to move up. And take a look at that.
Yeah, I remember last time we talked about how terrible Scab Jeff was. He was in last place, and now he's shot up to third.
Yeah, he's moving up.
So his La La Land picks are now making him money.
He is currently still in third place.
Good for him. Who's in first?
First is Doctor Number 1,
Oh. Who's 2?
Rex Rudd.
Oh, Fish. Apane's son.
Sounds like a lot of insider trading.
I do
going
feel
on.
like there's some cheating going on here. What else we got? We got
Got
some listener reviews.
Listener reviews. First one from Pam Morris. Pam Morris says, I've watched Manny Fest. Just waiting to see where it's going. Also,
By that you
watched-
mean Manifest?
Yes.
Many hands?
Man Fest.
Oh, sorry.
Manny Faces?
This He-Man character?
Manny Bothans?
Manny Poppins? What?
Manny Bothans, that character from Star Wars.
Oh, sorry. Manny Bothans.
Anyways, what'd she say?
I've watched Manifest, just waiting to see where it's going. Also watched first episode of A Million Little Things, and I did like it.
I was not... More I think about Manifest, I don't know if I really care about it anymore.
I would have to watch it. It's one that intrigues me, but I haven't watched any yet, so...
I don't have much faith in network TV on it. She also has a new one. Watching the pilot episode of New Charmed. Wow, it's bad. Everything is just thrown out in the beginning. Boom, you're witches. Boom, your mom was too. Is dead. Oh, you are the most powerful. Boom, I'm your white lighter. Here's the Book of Shadows. There's an apocalypse.
Wow, all that from the first episode?
I can see that.
I think that was the first season of the original.
They packed all that into 24 minutes?
44.
Oh, 44.
Yeah. Well, it is all female cast, so it's cut by by a third.
They don't get...
Just joking.
Wow.
Just joking. What else we got? Let's wrap this sucker up, because we got draft day.
Yes. Wrapping it up with Professor Number One at Dr. Number One. Who goes to see this for entertainment? I don't know. What's he talking about?
Well, read.
Oh, Peru.
I think it's Entertainment Weekly.
So thank you.
You could say ooh with it, though.
Christian Bale and Sam Rockwell chart dick.
There's the next line.
Oh, Cheney's rise under George W. Bush in Vice trailer.
Yeah, the movie Vice.
I think the movie looks pretty good.
I just don't care. That's the thing. I just don't care anymore about politics with this.
Don't get me started on Cheney.
But it's Christian Bale plays a Dick Cheney in it and looks unrecognizable.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of prosthetics?
I don't know, because they're pretty good prosthetics if they are. He's the kind of guy that would gain and lose weight for a role, so he might have...
Machinist.
Do you think he...
Yeah. That's what I did. I put the picture of the machinist on next to it.
Did he self-impose male pattern baldness?
Yes.
It is. He's a method actor. I believe it.
He had his hair plucked out one at a time.
Oh, my God. Lasered.
Lasered. He had a bikini wax. There's your listener feedback. Jeff, let's do some draft day.
What do we want? Draft day! Draft day, draft day, I want a draft day. Hokey, draft day, we need a draft day. Hokey, history, bad ideas, yeah! Draft day!
So that's Henno's brilliant draft day music.
Thank you, Henno.
Into draft day. Draft day is where we will go through one at a time. We will pick a team of somebody. This week it happens to be Designing Women.
TV show that most people forget about.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about doing a remake of it. Mm-hmm. We discussed this last week, and last week we decided when we were discussing it that we would go ahead and draft day it this week, and had time to think about it, how we were going to do it, who we would put in new Designing Women.
What's the options? Who's the people that we're drafting?
Oh, our choices are, from the original, we had the character of Julia Sugarbaker as portrayed by Dixie Carter.
I do declare.
She's the owner of Sugarbaker and Associates design firm, best described as a feminist who is quick to speak her mind and has a liberal point of view.
This is all from Wikipedia, mind you.
We have the character of Mary Jo Shively as portrayed by Annie Potts. She's the main designer who is a mother of two, newly divorced, and is very shy and lacking in self-esteem. We have Suzanne Sugarbaker as portrayed by Delta Burke, Julia's younger sister who is self-centered, rich, and flashy, and is the silent partner of the firm. We have Charlene Fraser Stiltfield as portrayed by Jean Smart, the tall blonde office manager who is sweet-natured and naive. And Anthony Bouvier as portrayed by Meshach Taylor. He's the delivery man of the Sugarbakers who was raised by his grandmother after his mother abandons him.
There you go. Jeff, since you did all that, why don't you pick first?
Oh, I gotta dig my...
Okay, never mind. Jim, since you're ready to go, you go first.
I was going with you else did.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay, Jeff back.
I'm going to take my Charlene.
Okay.
I am going to draft Rob Schneider. He is specifically the Rob Schneider from all the Adam Sandler films where he just yells, "You can do it!" Because I think that pretty much essentially embodies the character of Charlene.
I'm going to go out on a limb and said you're recasting this with an all-male cast?
I did
With the exception. Gender swapping.
I did the gender swapping. We discussed that last week in gender swapping, and I didn't necessarily start out that way, but as it was shaking out, I thought, I'll just stick with the gender swapping.
I'll go
It's
next.
all the rage.
I'm going Julia Sugarbaker, the owner, and she's a liberal point of view. I actually switched it up. I am very liberal, but
No, you're not.
Shit.
Of the people sitting at this table, yes.
I'm under the impression that if it doesn't harm you, I don't really give a shit what happens.
Yeah, that's not liberal.
No, I know, but
Well, he's the
That's
guy that wants to
libertarian.
play a tree in D&D.
and fuck you and all your D&D jokes. Anyways,
Number one on your
I went the opposite.
quiz.
I went with Roseanne. Is my pick. The conservative pick. Or the conservative voice. Let's see how that mixes things up.
We did. We saw Roseanne. She got fired.
And then Fox or the
ABC.
ABC then actually put out another thing that we may have jumped the gun on firing her.
Did they really?
Yeah,
But now they're doing the Connor family.
they're on the Connor family.
Yeah.
but it's like, well, just stick with it.
You mean we might have overreacted before we had all the information?
Yes.
No, they wouldn't do that in this day and age.
Nobody
Either with
overreacts.
Disney.
James Gunn's online too. Blake, what's up?
Yeah, you're right. First round pick, I have to go Julia Sugarbaker. I need an owner.
Victoria Jackson.
I need a feminist.
Victoria
need-
Jackson.
I need a loud liberal. I need RuPaul.
Oh, I like that one. You know what? I would actually watch this show if RuPaul was the owner. I like that.
I can
wait.
actually see RuPaul in that
Thank you.
role.
Trademark it. Trademark it.
Just wait for my next 4 picks.
Okay.
You may change your mind, or you may like it. I don't know.
Jim, you're up.
I'm going to take Charlene,
Okay.
the tall blonde office manager who is sweet-natured, naive. I'm going to go with Matt Damon.
I like
Puppet Matt Damon.
If that's what I can get, yes.
Whatever version of Matt Damon he can get.
I want you to do a marionette version of designing women.
Yes, that's what I meant, marionette.
What's your second round pick, Jim? Oh wait, we're not doing snake.
we don't take
Little
that.
snake draft.
Yeah, go ahead.
We should, but we don't.
My second one, I'll go for my Mary Jo. Single parent who is kind of bleh. Took Danny Tanner, Bob Saget's character from Full House.
Okay.
A single father who is kind of meh. I think he can do that role.
I'll go Mary Jo Shively too, the single mom of 2 newly divorced. I'm going Kate Gosselin.
But this looks like
hold
it's
on.
not lacking in self-esteem.
Shy?
Well, she was before she got all the plastic
I can
surgery.
either do that or Octomom. You take your pick. I'm going Kate Gosselin because I want to see her talk to Roseanne.
Mary Jo is a mother of 2, not 8.
Well, you know, we changing things. Julia is liberal.
What kind of haircut does she have?
The soccer mom one.
I want to talk to your boss. Haircut.
Oh, anybody who worked in retail knows that haircut.
Blake, what's your number 2? Second round pick.
All right, my second round pick. I'm going to have to go with my Charlene.
The
Just-
blonde office manager.
Yeah, just because I think this is an important position.
Oh, God.
And I'm worried that you guys are going to take my number 2 pick. And, you know, tall, blonde, sweet, naive. And the only person I could think of was Anna Faris.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
I like that one.
I actually expected all to be a
Drag queen.
drag queens.
I thought you were going to do a whole drag queen.
I only know one drag queen.
I thought you would just pick up.
I think all drag queens and Anthony would be Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, wait, I know 2. But I blew my big drag queen wad on one.
Number 2, Jim. Second round pick.
I will go with my Suzanne. No one's got one yet, so I'm going to take one.
Young sister.
The younger sister, self-centered, rich, flashy, silent partner, Casey Affleck.
I feel you might be doing a Goodwill Hunting thing here. I'm going with that.
Who's your first round pick, Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
I've never seen Casey Affleck as a marionette, though. That should be interesting. I like your take.
That's the only time I've seen Casey Affleck. I mean, has he done movies not as a marionette?
No, yeah.
He was good and Gone, Baby Gone.
As a marionette.
Yes.
Really tough to take him seriously when he's interrogating Morgan Freeman as a marionette. And Morgan Freeman's a life-size human. What's your number third round pick here? Third round.
All right.
I was going to make a bad DV joke, but I opted not to.
That's a good story.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
I don't get it.
So for my third round,
Best color man in business.
When we're off the mic,
I'm going to go take my Anthony. Since I'm doing the gender swap, I thought, well, what would a female Meshach Taylor look like? Mm-hmm. So I had to go with Grace Jones, specifically the from the James Bond movie where she played Mayday in what was it, View to a Kill.
Take your package. No, I'm going to kill you.
Do you know what a female Meshach Taylor look like? RuPaul.
RuPaul's already drafted.
that's why it's my first round.
Send your complaints to Riggins at Graphic Novice.
Jimmy Riggins.
Jimmy Riggins.
I don't even know anymore. I'll go my Suzanne Sugarbaker Delta Burks attack. Or whatever. The younger sister, self-centered, rich and flashy. I'm going Mindy Kaling. I think she could pull that off.
Oh, okay.
And she's the sister of Roseanne, so that really makes it look good. But I think Mindy
Yeah, I
Kaling.
can see that. At first, I thought you said Mindy Cohn or whatever her name is from
Facts of Life.
And I'm like, no, that's not right.
No.
Wait, who am I thinking of?
So I'm going Mindy Kaling. What's next, Blake?
Ooh, this is my third round value, really high value pick. Because I got to go with my Mary Jo Shively here, formerly played by Anna Potts. You know, mother of two, divorced, low self-esteem, shy, but yet cute and attractive and luring. And the only one I could think perfect for that would be Ellie Kemper.
Who's that?
Aaron on
The Office.
The
Office, the Unbreakable
okay.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Thank you. Okay, now I got you.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go Remy LaCroix.
You know, that's where my mind went too.
I don't think Remy's shy.
She's a mom.
She has mom.
She is a mother, but I don't think she's shy.
But is she Kate Gosselin shy?
No. She's beyond Kate Gosselin. She's beyond Kate Gosselin, reality TV show person.
In the car. Where's your other son? Don't you have 8 kids? I don't know, and shut up. We don't speak of that kid. Look it up, kids. Anyways, moving on. They did an Oliver to him. Jim, what's your third round pick?
I'm going to round out the Mary Joes. I know I should probably wait till the end, but I don't know, somebody might take this pick later on for a different role because this actor is really popular and everybody knows who he is. And Cole Hauser.
Oh, from Riverdale. I like that. I like that pick.
He's
No.
from Riverdale.
That's Cole Sprouse.
Oh, Cole Sprouse. I like that pick better. Can I do Cole Sprouse?
You can
You
do
can
Cole
make him
Sprouse.
Jim
I'm not going to do
it.
Oh, I'll do it.
Cole Hauser from Pitch Black, or
Okay, now I got you. I got you.
or let's see,
As a marionette.
of course.
Trademark it. CBS. We got deciding women for you. Okay, I like it. I like it. Now picture this.
Gender reversal.
Okay, gender. But that's pretty cutting edge. I know. Hold on.
But the 5 main characters, marionettes. Everybody else, real people.
Oh, they're married?
No, puppets, marionettes.
Oh! I like it. Let's do it.
Change approved.
Change approved. I like it. Let's do it. Well, you're going up against the Connor family, and I think you're in the Hogan family. I think you're okay.
You're going against the Connor family and the new Tim Allen show.
It's not new.
Only old Tim Allen show.
Only if you have the critics in the box from the Muppet Show.
Statler and Waldorf.
I like that idea. Just have them up in the show in the house
And tackling them.
throughout the whole show.
Do you know that there are two old men up there heckling you? But they're real people.
The real
Played
guys.
by Ed Asner. Is he dead?
I don't
Not
think
yet.
so.
Okay. And Bob Newhart.
No, Ed Asner and
Walter Matthau.
no, what's his it? Crap, Wilford Brimley.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I like that one.
Wilford Brimley is a puppet.
Colonial Penn life insurance.
You know Wilford
Beats.
Brimley. Wilford Brimley, when he made Cocoon, was younger than Tom Cruise is now.
5 years younger than when Tom Cruise made.
But his vitality age was 90. Do you have reverse mortgage insurance? Would you like to do a reverse mortgage?
I think
on your
Wilford
property?
Brimley was just playing 30 years older than he really is.
He was typecast as an old man at 27.
Jeff, what's your fourth round pick?
My fourth round pick, I'm going to go for my Julia Sugarbaker, and I'm going to cast my boss. He nobody here knows him, but he's the kind of guy who will, owns a small business and will routinely talk politics and state his point of view, regardless of if it costs him business or not.
And we'll give Jeff raises
Yeah, I
every
wish.
quarter.
Yeah. He's not listening to this because he doesn't know how the internet works. But he would be perfect for a role reversal for Julia Sugarbaker.
Well, Jeff just lost his match. Anyways,
No, really. He will sit there and talk politics to people who don't want to talk politics, even at the cost of business.
well, since
He's run potential clients away because he won't shut up about politics.
well, the good news is Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd doesn't know your boss, and he's judging this one.
Oh, Sean's judging this?
Yeah, I'm going to make Sean. So he gets to pick.
So I'll have to send Sean a note as some of the stories my boss has done.
That's right. And next week, our episode will be Jeff looks for a new job.
Thank goodness.
I will be stunned I will be stunned if my boss learned how computers work.
Next
don't know,
week, Jeff's boss listens to podcasts.
I don't know about you, Blake, but I say we
He
go back.
doesn't know how to check email. He's not going to find a podcast.
We'll mail him a transcript.
All I know is I'm putting this on a regular tape and just sending it to him.
Cassette tape.
Cassette tape. Let's see here.
You realize,
Can you transfer this to DVD?
yeah, you realize he'll get a cassette tape and ask me to do the transfer.
Okay, Blake, you need to go outside his office and just start playing it.
Just mail him a transcript.
Let's see. Charlene Fraser is who I'm taking. Jean Smart, the tall blonde office manager who's sweet-natured and naive. I am going to go with Cicely Strong from Saturday Night Live. She plays a funny drunk girl on the news sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think she could do a good job. I really like her, and ooh, she is hot.
And she was great in the new Ghostbusters.
Was she in that?
Yeah, she had a minor role as the
don't remember.
mayor's aide or
I
something.
don't remember that part. Of course, I tried to black that movie out.
And by great, I meant not great.
But yeah, so Cicely Strong. Blake, what's your fourth round pick?
My fourth round pick. This is a little unconventional
Oh yeah, because RuPaul wasn't,
because I think.
or Marionettes.
Well, what world do you live in?
I'm just saying.
No, this one's a little unconventional, but I think you'll like it.
Okay.
All right, so the role for Anthony Beauvoir. What's that? How do you say his last name?
Bouvier.
Bouvier.
He's related to Marge Simpson.
Right? A delivery man. Abandoned by his grandmother.
Abandoned by his mother, raised by his
Abandoned by his
grandmother.
grandmother. Yes,
Mowgli?
exactly. But a delivery man to an office full of
Women.
well, whatever.
Designing women?
Exactly, designing women.
Kevin James?
This will actually be a special week-to-week rotating male porn star role.
I got delivery.
Your wallpaper's here. Your milk's here.
Who's on the pilot episode?
Your box is here. The decorator.
Who's your first episode?
Who's in the
Peter
pilot?
North. Whose nickname is the decorator, by the way.
Oh,
I'm not that I know about this stuff. That's just what I've been told.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. If you don't know, try to think of why it would be, and chances are it's probably worse than why you think it is.
Your turn, Jim.
I'm gonna go with my Anthony Bouvier, but it's role reversal, and since we have all Americans here, white men, I'm gonna go Minnie Driver.
Okay. So, down to me and Blake.
I don't know why, because I have this one.
Okay, Jeff, what's your last pick?
My surprise pick in the 5th round. I got my Suzanne Sugarbaker left, and I'm drafting a Sleestack.
What the hell?
Man.
From Land of the Lost, slow-moving, creepy-looking things.
My last round.
Who would you replace Delta Burke with?
Major Dad.
A Sleestack for the win.
You might actually win with that one.
I have my last round pick is the same. Well, not Sleestack, but it is Susan Sugarbaker.
Well, you only have one of 5 options, so that was not that surprising. Moving on. Mine is Anthony Bouvier is my last pick. And I thought I would like to go for the Pittsburgh love and do the delivery man. It's not doing anything else. I was thinking Le'Veon Bell. Because he could deliver something because he needs a job.
He's not showing up, so I can deliver.
That's true.
He's got a point.
I'm going with Kevin Hart. And that was courtesy of my wife. She had that one. And I said, you know what? He could be a pretty good one. I could see him with Cicely Strong in there and Mindy Kaling. I think that could be fun. Not Roseanne and Kate Gosselin, but, you know. So I'm going Kevin Hart. Your turn, Blake.
My surprise pick for Suzanne Sugarbaker, Delta Burke. Yes.
You picked Delta Burke?
Yes.
The reanimated corpse of Delta Burke.
Yes. No, her character, Delta Burke's character, Suzanne Sugarbaker. I can only think of one person that could play this role. Delta Burke, Donald Trump.
I like the Sleestack better.
I think Jeff's back in this race.
The fact that you think you're in this race is the most amusing part.
I got Kate Gosselin. She will beat Sean Senseless if I don't win.
What more arrogant, self-centered prick can you get to play Delta Burke?
Wilford Brimley.
No.
He's an ass.
I already got Wilford Brimley on my cast.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. What's your pick? Last pick.
Last pick. You guys want to say it with me? Matthew McConaughey.
All right. What character?
Julia. Julia, I have left.
Sorry. Time is
You guys said I was doing Ben Affleck? No. Matthew McConaughey.
So, Ben...
I was going to do Ben Affleck, but I fired him too.
Hi, Ben. Ben, this is Charlie, your agent. So I'm trying to talk to you about designing women. Oh my God, they gave me the role. No, do you have your brother's phone number? I'm trying to get Casey on the line. Okay, can I guess her? No, Ben, you're done. Well, at least you got Batman. No, you don't have Batman either.
Aren't you supposed to be rehabbing?
I am. Where are you at? Hey, another round on me. Where are you at? I'm at rehab. I'm at Sandals or whatever that place is called in California.
Can you tell my ex-wife to pick me up some In-N-Out burger, please?
Jim, let's do this real quick. What's your team?
My team, I got the Julia Sugarbaker, the boss, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
And then I got my Mary Jo character is Cole Hauser.
Not Cole Sprouse.
No, Cole Hauser. Another redhead. That fits that position. Suzanne is Casey Affleck. Kind of a whiner. My Charlene is Matt Damon. And my Anthony character, Minnie Driver.
And they're all marionettes.
Except for Matthew McConaughey.
That's right. I really want to pay for those. and you got the two Muppets up in the corner.
Yes. Get Netflix on the phone right now.
Mike, what's your team, real quick?
All right, so Julia, RuPaul, Mary Jo, Ellie Kemper, Suzanne, Donald Trump,
Charlene.
Anna Faris, and Anthony, rotating male porn star.
You might win with that one,
The
too.
delivery man.
Julia, for me, is Roseanne. Mary Jo is Kate Gosselin. But she'll have contract issues in season 5, and they'll replace her with Octobomb. Suzanne is Mindy Kaling. Charlene is Cicely Strong. And Anthony is Kevin Hart.
You know, you can say his name without.
No, he can't. It's physically impossible for him not to
Let me
do
try.
that.
So, anyways, Anthony. See, I can't.
All right, then.
I love wine.
For mine, for Julia, I cast my boss. Mary Jo, I got Danny Tanner. For Suzanne, I have a Sleestack. Charlene, I have Rob Schneider. And for Anthony, I have Grace Jones.
You're out of wine, Jason.
So I think I won. Right, Sean?
Sean, you let us know who wins.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Been nearly 10 years since Christopher Nolan and Jeff's favorite film, Inception, hit theaters. The debate over the film's ending continues to rage on.
There should be no debate. It's cut and dry.
Did dream thief Dom Cobb, Leonardo DiCaprio, really make it back to home to his children, or was he still dreaming, trapped in a fantasy that was more palatable than living on the run from the law for the rest of his life? Nolan obviously wanted the audience to interpret the final shot of Cobb's totem spinning for themselves, but Michael Caine, who plays Cobb's father in the movie, has a more concrete answer. While introducing a screen of Inception at Somerset House in London, the 85-year-old actor said, "When I got the script of Inception, I was a bit puzzled by it, and I said to him, I don't understand where the dream is," Caine told the crowd. "I said, when is it the dream, and when is it reality?" Nolan said, "Well, when you're in the scene, it's reality, so get that. If I'm in it, it's reality. If I'm not in it, it's a dream." Mr. Caine's statement heavily implies that Dom's nightmare is finally over, and he can finally raise his kids like a normal person without the shadow and fallout of his wife's death looming over his life anymore. The top apparently does fall over, and Dom is back in the real world.
Except for the fact that the top wasn't even Dom's totem. It was Mab's totem that was explained in the movie. God.
So do you think he's in the real world or not?
No, he's not. He's
Okay.
back. He's out.
He is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
You're okay
tell
with that?
if he's wearing his wedding ring, he's in the world. If he's not wearing it, he's in the real world.
Gotcha. So you're okay with that explanation?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. After scoring a 200 million decline from On Stranger Tides to Dead Men Tell No Tales, the result on paper may have been worrisome for many studios. But surprisingly, the Pirates franchise has only gotten more popular in some overseas markets, with a profitable $800 million overall, backed by a $250 million budget. With its domestic appeal waning, Disney has taken its time with the next installment of the franchise, many wondering if it would happen at all. The recent events within the Mouse House may have make Depp's return uncertain. Pirates fans is there Pirates fans? Is there Pirates of the Caribbean fans anymore?
Oh, I thought you meant Pittsburgh Pirate fans.
I'm a Pittsburgh Pirates fan.
Why?
I've always been a Pirates fan
Why?
because they were bad for so long.
Why?
Why were they bad? Poor management,
Why?
poor ownership.
Why?
Because MLB is broken.
Why?
Because people are greedy.
Why?
Because it's just our inherent nature.
Why?
Just how God made us.
Why?
You have to ask God.
Why?
Shut up.
Wait, how long are you going to go with this?
I don't know, but we did pretty good. Pirates fans may be thankful to hear that the franchise is currently moving forward. According to Omega Underground.
When you should be asking a why, you missed the opportunity. Why is it moving forward?
Joachim Roning, co-director of the latest installment, will take the reins once again for Pirates of the Caribbean 6, Money is Our Nature.
Why?
Pirates of the Caribbean 6, why?
Why?
Ted Elliott, Terry Rossio, and Jeff Nathanson, I thought that was Jeff Dunham for a second, all of which are franchise veterans, are currently at work on the screenplay. There's a screenplay? Due to Rowling's involvement in Maleficent 2.
Maleficent?
Thank you. They'll expect the Pirate sequel to be coming soon. Oh, damn. The earliest, the film may hit theaters in 2021, 4 years after its last one. So do you think this is going to be just an all-Chinese cast or something like that because they're trying to do international? That's not a smart-ass comment. I'm just talking like, do you
They
think...
probably should. Just do
Yeah.
Chinese pirates
That'd be kind of
coming
cool.
over to the Caribbean.
Yeah, just get rid of Johnny Depp.
I don't think he's coming back.
He's going to be in prison or something?
I don't know. Who cares?
Pirates of the Caribbean, leave the Caribbean.
I like it. Just name it Pirates. Arg. I think Gina Davis would be in it.
Pirates of the South China Sea.
I would see that. Well, no, I wouldn't, but I'd be more intrigued to see it.
Pirates of Somalia.
I am the captain now. Tom Hanks is in it. It's a modern day take. I like this. Quickies. DC Daily has it's a show on the DC streaming service. Has confirmed Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn has indeed jumped ship from Marvel to DC.
Thrown overboard.
Thrown overboard, exactly.
You're fired. I'll count Gardner for here.
He'll pen the script for Suicide Squad 2. There's no mention of the possibility of him helming the sequel, though. Seemingly gelling with rumors that the follow-up to David Ayer's supervillain team-up flick will actually be a reboot of sorts. The report also states that Gunn would deliver a completely fresh take on the franchise. Rumor is that Dave Bautista wants to be on it, and people are telling him that he should be Bane. Could be interesting as Bane.
He would make a good Bane.
Original director Gavin O'Connor and screenwriters Tan Stashwick and David Barr Katz had delivered a finished script, but unfortunately for them, the plot turned out to be too similar to Kathy Yan's pitch for Birds of Prey. Seriously?
Okay.
How is that? Did you just copy the... They just marked off Birds of Prey in the title and put Suicide Squad 2.
Probably. Now, are they doing this Birds of Prey? Or?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
actually moving forward.
Okay.
So yeah, does anyone... I'm intrigued to see James Gunn take over that.
I think it's a step in the right direction for a DC movie.
Yeah, and again, I am okay if they're loosely connected, but they don't have to be completely like Marvel.
They don't have to, all take place and connect. I mean,
You can have team-up movies. You have Green Arrow and Green Lantern, like they do in the comic books. You can have them show up in each other films, but you don't have to make it a whole big bad guys coming like Thanos was for 20 years. So there you go. There is your news of the geek.
Hey, it's Carrington from Real Dudes Podcast, and with me I have some fantastic co-hosts. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
This is Andrew coming to you from Lynchburg, Ohio.
This is Cody coming from you also from Ohio.
And this is Kyle coming to you straight from the armpits of West Virginia. We are an indie gaming podcast. We all share a love for games. And you can check out our show on Podbean. Just search for Real Dudes Podcast. You can also find us on iTunes, Google Play, really any of the podcasting outlets that you like to use. Again, that is Real Dudes Podcast. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you love video games, you will love our show.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
well, essentially the entire box office is bombed because it's October and it tends to bomb. But let's see. We're just going to our top 5 this week. Number 1 for the second straight week, Venom made another $36 million. Total of $143 million on a budget of $100 million.
Venom is surpassing all of their
Expectations?
Yes.
Because it looked so bad, they didn't think it would do so good.
correct.
Number 2, A Star Is Born made another $28 million, a total of $94 million on a $36 million budget. Is this going to be the first Oscar buzz movie of the
Probably.
of the season?
You think Lady Gaga's up for an actress, best actress?
Probably not.
You know, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
No.
But I just think a lot of people don't like to give it to people's first performance.
Jennifer Hudson.
Well,
But if it's
but that's
really
that's
good-
a supporting actress, though.
Oh, sorry.
But
my
if
bad.
it's really good,
If it's really good, but they
Oh, it was Goldie's daughter.
A, I doubt she'll be nominated, and B, if she is, there's no way she'll win because very few, if they don't have anything to compare it to, they tend not to.
I was just asking.
I'm just saying, putting it out there.
Bradley Cooper up for Best Director.
I don't know. They're probably talking it, but we'll see what happens. Number 3, First Man made $16.5 million in its opening weekend on a $59 million budget.
They said it was a little bit lower than they expected. They were hoping between 20 and 25.
They realized that
it's October.
and that Neil Armstrong might not necessarily be a power-driven script.
Correct.
But Ryan Gosling is.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, Neil Armstrong. No, there's really not a whole lot of drama in his story.
No.
I heard there was
He went to Purdue.
Oh,
yeah.
Boilermakers.
I heard there was not enough American flags in the flick.
Are you being facetious?
No, I'm being serious. That was a major complaint about
Really?
how
It wasn't
the
American
movie was
enough?
promoted as a human achievement, not an
American
achievement, and a lot of people had a lot of problems with that, rather than just enjoying a good story and accomplishment.
Are you saying people are politicizing movies?
Fuck yeah! Unfortunately,
Why?
because they hate. There's a lot of outrage.
Why?
I don't know why. Don't ask me those questions.
Okay, 4th this week, Goosebumps: Haunted Halloween made $16 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $35 million. Just can't do it without Jack Black in the lead role.
The original made $23 million opening week.
That's about right then.
Yeah.
And Smallfoot made another under $10 million, a total of $58 million on an $80 million budget.
They said this was kind of disappointing for the thing because of the names. I think Jim touched on that last week, too. Because of the big names, and even the studio said that they were disappointed.
Yeah, this might be a bust.
So it's leaving a small footprint.
I don't get
Oh, sorry.
I don't get
We
it.
haven't done that in a while.
I know we haven't.
it. It's been a long time since you guys yelled.
Ready? Yeah! Dun-dun-dun!
I don't want to wake up the children.
It's okay.
Okay.
Upcoming, opening October 19th of 2018, we've got Halloween.
Projected for $50 million.
Isn't that coming out early?
It is. You figure it would open on Halloween, but no. Anyway.
Hold on, Jim's got this.
Laurie Strode comes to her final confrontation with Michael Myers. The masked figure has haunted her since she narrowly escaped his killing spree on the Halloween night 4 decades ago.
They officially have said that Halloween 2 through 10 do not exist.
Don't exist. It's a new universe.
H2O doesn't exist
Nope,
even?
none of them exist.
Oh, I thought the ones with Jamie
Nope.
Lee existed.
Not even Michael
Just going
versus.
straight from 1 to 2, this one.
Not even
my
Michael versus
question is,
Jason?
shouldn't this have some sort of number or subtitle or
It
something?
does have an asterisk. If you look
it's
close
an
enough,
asterisk?
yeah. If you look close enough at the title, you'll see a little asterisk,
Okay.
and it's in the fine print.
Because otherwise, to me, it sounds like it's just a remake if they keep just the title Halloween. And they've already done that.
They said the other ones don't exist except for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, because that was so good.
Because that had nothing to do with the Michael Myers stories. That
Halloween's my favorite horror movie franchise. I love
hate it.
Halloween.
I think it's terrible.
I didn't ask you. Why?
I
Outrage.
hate all
Why?
slasher films.
Why?
They're terrible.
Why?
Because they are.
Why?
Because they are.
Why?
Because they are.
Anyway, so I'll be seeing this Thursday night, opening night.
All right.
Oh, I would win.
I got bored. I got bored. But I'm excited to see it. So
You know, there's a gender reveal in this movie.
stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Anyway, also coming out is The Hate You, the letter U, Give.
20th Century Fox calls it, or says, Star Carter is constantly switching between two worlds, the poor, mostly black neighborhood where she lives, and the rich, mostly white, prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend, Khalil, at the hands of a police officer. Now facing pressure from all sides of the community, Star must find her voice and stand up for what's right. This movie's going to plummet. It's going to fail because KJ App is in it.
Oh, terrible movie.
Screw it, I'm going to see this instead now. I love KJ App.
Although I have a problem with any title that puts a U instead of the word you in it.
Sorry.
Maybe they couldn't afford the extra 2 letters on the spacing.
They probably couldn't, and I have a problem with that. They didn't budget properly for the extra 2 letters.
Is KJ Appa going to walk around with his shirt off the entire movie?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. What else we got?
Oh, we
Buy,
got,
sell.
Oh, wait.
Is this coming out too?
There was one I wanted to talk about. It's coming out this weekend.
Oh.
It comes out October 20th.
Yeah, it's Peter Dinklage.
Yes. Comes out on October 20th. The name of the movie is My Dinner with Hervé.
Ah.
Yeah.
A look at the life of French actor Hervé Villechaize, co-star of the hit 1970s TV series Fantasy Island, who took his own life in 1993 at the age of 50.
The Blame Boss.
Starring Jamie Dornan and Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, this was a passion project for him.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize this was coming out already because he's been working on this for years.
Yes.
So that's kind of a small opening. Pun intended.
It was?
I don't get it.
Wasn't. I didn't mean that.
Well, come on, HBO.
Is it HBO?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was actually.
No, it's on HBO this Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was in theaters.
No.
It's special HBO only.
Okay.
But yes, you're right. It is a passion piece here for Peter Dinklage.
I heard good things like that. He's been devoted to making this for a while.
Yeah.
He could never find any backing for it.
No. But now he can because he's Game of Thrones,
Correct.
bitch.
Do you want me to do this?
That's right.
I'm Game of Thrones. Come on.
That's right. His next project, I think, is about Billy Barty.
No, it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry. Billy Barty as?
Do you ever think Peter Dinklage is typecast?
No.
No, he did play a dwarf in.
Just side on that one.
He did play a dwarf in the most recent
Station Agent.
Avengers.
Oh, that's true.
All right.
He was the biggest person in the movie.
He was awesome in that.
You know, another part for him is Vern Troyer's death has been ruled as suicide, by the way.
By alcohol.
Yes.
He drank himself.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Accidental, I bet.
His family is fighting it now.
Not if it's suicide.
They said it was suicide. They
I
said he
think
did.
suicide's pretty intentional.
So I'm
But
just
his
going to
family
drink till I
is-
die.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I think the
His
rule
Normally
family-
I pass out first.
His family is fighting.
You are not Vern Troyer.
You wish you could be Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer was still moving around when he should have been passed out.
And then peeing in the corner at the Surreal Life House.
Yes.
Peeing in the corner.
Peeing in the corner at the Surreal Life House.
His family is actually fighting the coroner's report.
Yes.
Well, of course, he'll lose money.
Yeah. So what do we got? Let's wrap this up.
Buy sell this week on our Hollywood Stock Exchange. Ryan Gosling is going for $67.12. In comparison, Mahershala Ali for $78.43.
I'll buy.
That's kind of low for Ryan Gosling.
Yes,
I think
it
I
is.
would buy some.
Intern Hackney said it was very difficult to find a comparison.
I am surprised it's that low. I am buying.
Jim?
Is this Kate Gosling's son?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
The missing one.
Yes. At $67.12, I already bought today.
Who had the Herbie bingo blocks for Kate Gosling?
And Ken Jeong, he's selling more than Ryan Gosling at $71.42. Comparison to Ice Cube at $71.17.
As a Duke grad, I will sell.
Sell.
You didn't go to Duke.
Ken Jeong did.
Yeah.
Yeah, since he's a Duke grad, I'm
okay.
selling.
I'm selling because he's not worth $71.42.
I don't know, is there another...
Dr. Ken coming? His TV show?
No.
Hangover?
I was going to say, is there Hangover 4 coming?
Oh, I hope
Even
so.
that, I don't think he's worth $71.42.
How do they make a franchise of that?
They should do a TV show of it.
There you go. I can see that.
Every week we get drunk and forget black out.
The Hangover TV. It's just called Alcoholics.
You know what? They should take that and do gender swapping. And oh no, that was Bridesmaids.
Okay, does Ken John shit in a sink?
Well, if he did, I'd buy. But I need to know: was he on the Duke lacrosse team?
Stop it. Moving on.
So
Let's do some top 5. Top 5 this week. The worst Halloween candy. Now, you can interpret this a couple different ways. I interpreted the worst Halloween candy I received when I was going door to door when I was a kid. But you can do it like worst Halloween candy put out, you know. It's pretty much open for interpretation.
Mine is the worst candy that me right now would like or hate.
That's fine.
And it was very, very difficult to find 5 candies that I would not like.
Okay. Let's see.
They're candy! I mean, 5! That's a big number.
Okay.
They're all good.
Okay.
Again, you are talking to the diabetic over here.
Yes.
Undiagnosed diabetic over here.
I came up with mine pretty fast. So I'm just saying.
I was racking my brain to come up with 5.
I didn't even write them down because there's plenty of them out there to pick.
Okay, moving on. Jeff, you're first. What's your first one?
You're first in draft and you're first in top 5.
It's all about Jeff today.
Let's keep the same order, but we snake draft.
We snaked on this one. My number 5 is candy buttons. The little bits of candy that are stuck to the piece of paper.
At least you have to burn calories breaking them out of the paper.
And you literally eat paper.
You eat too much paper. That's the problem.
You get fiber.
You get fiber and you don't get flavor. I mean,
I liked them, but it was just really too hard to eat for what you get.
Yeah, too much paper eating involved with candy buttons. So they're my number 5.
I could see that. There was always that, no matter how you would try to surgically remove them, there'd be that thin slice of paper.
Just one little corner.
That's right.
Jim, what's your number 5?
Ooh, my number 5.
Oh, you're mixing it up.
I am.
He's going counterclockwise.
I'm going to go toothbrushes. Or any non-candy that people thought, hey, let's give these to kids. It's going to be a good idea. No, fuck you. I don't want a McDonald's gift certificate. I don't want an apple. I don't want a toothbrush. You can keep the fucking pennies.
Well, I think you took out half of my list. That's okay. We'll get to that.
So your worst candies was a list of non-candies.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Candy was on there, too. Hate it when they passed him out.
He thought John Candy smelled bad on the inside. On the outside.
Play the number 5.
My number 5, vegetables.
Who passed out vegetables?
His father-in-law.
He does.
Here's some kale.
I got a cabbage.
Number 5 for me is Almond Joy. Oh, anything coconut.
Because it's got no nuts.
Well, that was part of one of mine.
You people are crazy.
Almond Joy is
Joys are
awful.
Good. Coconut's good. Almonds are good. Chocolate is good.
Number 4. Thank you, diabetes. Diabetes. Number 4 for me is the Nestle Crackle bars. Like the little crunch with the bars. Oh, I hated those things. The texture and everything.
You hate
they're bumpy
the
underneath.
Rice Krispies in the...
They're like underneath and they're awful. I hate them.
The Nestle's Crackles bar?
Yeah.
Nestle. Hershey makes Nestle Cracker.
Oh, sorry. Crackle.
Nestle makes Crunch.
Crunch. That's what I'm talking about.
Crunch or Crackle?
Crackle?
Crunch. Crunch.
So you like the Crackle?
I don't know. What's your number 4, Mike?
I think Crackle is a lesser product from the Crunch.
Crackle is Hershey's version. Crunch is Nestle's version.
They're both awful. I'm
Those
going
are
with that.
delicious.
They're both good.
Shut up, toothbrush.
So far, Jason doesn't have a bad candy on his list.
So says Wilford Brimley down there.
I hate those damn Crunches and Crackles.
Diabetes.
God, Mike.
My number 4, anything black licorice flavored shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
don't care if you call it anise.
Anise?
My pen died.
Yeah.
Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I hobied it. One of them was Almond Joy with Mounds. Both fucking nasty.
They are nasty.
Got nuts.
They're both good.
Coconut, yuck.
Almond Joys are a little bit better because I do like the almonds.
This is like asking Jeff to be if he had kids. Which one would you kill? No, I don't know my kid.
You're saying Halloween candy is my Sophie's choice.
Yes.
Which one you killed, Meg?
Meg. We decided Meg.
After this top 5, he's going to go scrub himself in the shower and cry.
After this top 5, he's going to leave here, go right to Meijer and buy 16 bags of candy that we put on our list
For himself.
Because
he doesn't give it out. No, that porch light is off.
No, I put the bowl out on the porch with the sign that says "Take one."
There's nothing in there.
An asshole.
You know my old story. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you told us that on the
Yes.
podcast
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
Because I told that joke on the podcast before, yeah. Number 4, this kind of plays into what Blake just said. I picked Good and Plenty's. They're the the licorice flavor with the nasty coating on them.
You feel like there's
that coating makes the licorice taste worse.
Yes, it does.
I feel like every time I got them, I was like, oh yeah, these are good, and then I take a bite, I'm like, no, these are
I meant Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's, yes. Good and Plenty, no.
That's a good one.
What misleading name? Good and Plenty.
There's plenty of them in there.
They're not good.
There's plenty of them left on the shelves at the store.
Just call it Plenty of shit.
Shitty and plenty.
Most
Shitty and
misleading
plenty,
candy since razor blades and chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3, wax bottles. Or pretty much wax anything.
Those wax bottles are amazing.
They're terrible. You get a little bitty bit of juice and this big hunky thing of wax.
Yeah, you chew on the wax for like 6 hours.
Why?
No, you rip the wax open and pour it out,
you
and
chew
then you
on
just
it.
got a hunk of wax
Oh,
left over.
no.
Why?
Wax bottles are a mistake in candy.
Get that little bit of sugar water.
You
then
are a mistake.
You want to chew on wax that has no taste?
Yeah, I liked them, but again, for what you get for the amount you have to put into it, it's not worth it.
No.
I didn't even
It's like a relationship with you.
You don't get anything good out of it. It lasts way too long, like years longer than it should.
But there's that little bit of sugar sweetness at the beginning.
A little bit of sweetness
But
at
after
the
that,
beginning.
it's just
and
all
after that,
tasteless
man,
wax.
Your love life
I
is
know
a
about
wax
12 people
bottle.
who can confirm that.
Moving on. What's your number 3, Jim?
My number 3, I don't even know if
I
these
thought
things
that
have...
was your number 3.
No, that was his.
My love life.
sorry.
My love life.
Yeah.
My number 3 is, I don't even have names. It's those black and orange wrapped candy.
I like those.
Yeah, I know. I gave them all to you because they're nasty.
They got the little kiss of peanut butter in them. Oh, they're
I feel like
good.
Jeff would even eat a razor blade if there's chocolate involved. Son, don't eat that. There's You know how I got these scars? No, Jeff. How? I eat chocolate razor blades.
Yeah.
True story.
That kind of reminds me of that one Monty Python skit where they had the candies or whatever. The whatever surprise.
One mint. It's wafer thin.
No, not that one.
Fuck off. Blake, what's number 3?
Well, you kind of destroyed it. It was anything with razor blades in it.
What are you kidding? Those are delicious.
You know.
They have a chocolate covered razor blades. That's awesome.
Jeff has a chocolate fountain at his house and literally just puts razor blades in them. That's what he does.
Yeah, considering there have been approximately 0 razor blades ever found in Halloween candy.
Yeah.
But there could be.
No. No, there really can't be.
Let's see. My number 3 is oranges/fruit. We had a neighbor that would give out fruit and oranges every time.
It's nature's candy. Come on.
That's raisins.
Don't they know there's more
fruit.
grams of sugar in some of those fruits?
Oh
than
yeah,
there are candy bars?
they're less healthy for you than wax bottles.
My number 2 was pennies. Go fuck yourself. Oh, here's a penny. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You get an egg tonight.
No, you know why you get pennies? Because you stayed out fucking trick or treating way too long. People are giving you pennies. It's because they ran out of candy.
6 to 8. 6 to 8.
Not when you were growing up. It was 6 to 9.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Well,
And then they realized we'll make it 6 to 8, and people will stop giving out pennies.
fucking pennies.
Cut an hour off it, and people don't have to give out pennies.
Blake was number 2.
My number 2 is Jello pudding pops with Rohypnol in them.
Welcome, kids, to Bill's house. I got the pudding
Just the pops. The pudding cups are okay.
The pudding pop. You put the Rohypnol in the pudding pudding pop.
Go to sleep. I'm innocent, really. I am.
I wonder why there's all these passed out kids passed across the house.
Well, I'm going to take my number 2, roofies, off the list.
How come Bill Cosby's house looks like Normandy today? I don't know.
You gotta eat them before they melt.
Number 2, Jim.
Tell your mom to come up here and get a pudding pop.
I'm going to put the one item on,
Jesus,
one
horrible.
candy item that is more waxy than those wax bottles, and that's candy corn.
Oh, did people pay
Candy corn is good. At least it's waxed with sugar in it.
Sugar.
Corn fructose.
How did you not like? I mean, that's all that everything.
It doesn't taste anything like corn.
Oh, you got me there.
Still goes through your body like corn, though. Number 2, Jeff.
Number 2, I got those little red and white peppermints. Those are terrible.
You gave me a mint. Damn it.
It's like, what did you do? Grab the bowl from the
Are you talking about the Christmas peppermints? The little round?
Yeah.
No, when you're walking out in the roses, they have that basket
Oh,
of
yeah.
mints.
Yeah, actually, the roses ones are good.
They have the green ones?
No, they got the chalky ones.
Oh, yeah.
No, the solid round peppermints.
It's Christmas candy.
You can buy them year round.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's your number 1?
Well, my number 1 is obvious. The worst candy ever made, Necco wafers.
Is that a candy?
It's a collector's item now.
No, they got saved.
Oh, they did?
I like chalk.
Chalk is good. What's your number,
discs.
Jim?
My number 1 is Payday. You start off with like a nougat center. I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. And then you take peanuts and you just pack it all around it. And it's like, it's just peanuts? Like, no, we're not done yet.
Jim doesn't like peanuts.
We got to make sure it stays together. So they take actual shellac and they just wrap all on it so it stays in one. I don't think you're allowed to eat those.
When it's wrapped in Gorilla Glue?
Yeah, pretty much.
Decoupage paste?
I do like peanuts, but paydays are awful. It's like, oh, can I have anything else besides peanuts with this?
Oh, you can have some shellac.
So you said the nougat sounded interesting. You know, that's what candy corn is nougat.
Anyway, number 1, Blake?
No, I understand that. They name it a payday. And when you're at, you're like, oh, this is going to be great. It's a payday. And you get it. You're like, what the fuck is this?
What an awful build-up this was.
Exactly.
Well, damn it, I should have got the 100,000 grand bar.
$100,000 bar. That's right.
Blake was number 1.
My number 1 is any treat requiring unwanted sexual favors.
They're never unwanted.
Number 1 for me.
Always unwanted.
Is Bit-O Honey. That is quite possibly the nastiest candy I've ever seen.
It's good. As a child, I didn't like it, but nowadays, oh yeah, no, that's nice.
Wait until you hit retirement age, Jason. Then you'll love Bit-O Honey.
Wait. No one had Werther's Originals?
My son and daughter and wife actually participated in this one.
Oh, now we got to hear this.
Boy.
My 8-year-old son. These are in no particular order. He just
gave you 5.
He gave me 4 actually.
Okay.
I know we'll
'Cause
bring
he
it
said-
over to the house.
He's like you, Jeff. I really like candy. Well, come on, son. Give me some. Almond Joy, popcorn balls.
That's not candy. Ooh, yeah, that's terrible.
He's like, and his comment was,
That goes to my number 5.
He's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Play baseball.
Fruit snacks? He goes, that's not candy. He's like, why are you giving me fruit snacks?
Fruit up by a foot? Fruit roll-ups?
And this is the one that really got him mad. He's like, tattoos. He's like, those temporary tattoos. What am I going to do with that? Give me some candy. Don't give me some temporary tattoos.
That's a pretty solid list.
That is a good list. My 4-year-old daughter, she said fruit snacks. Almond Joys. Almond Joys are not welcomed in our house.
Yeah, apparently.
And
if you get Almond Joy, save them. I'll take them all.
And peanut M&Ms. She does not like peanut M&Ms.
Smart girl.
Yeah. My wife, she had 6.
Oh,
She had Almond Joy,
so all of you had Almond Joy on your list.
Snickers. She does not like those.
She don't like
American.
peanuts. Huh?
Nope.
She don't like. She's like Jim.
Candy corn, fruit snacks. Because when my son said, he's like, yeah, that is true. Halloween trinkets, like those
spider rings.
Yeah, the teeth.
Fake teeth. And
She's like, no, go out. I don't need you to go to the Dollar General and get me toys, okay? Just give me some candy. And then her one that she said, gets thrown away right away. Anything homemade. Get it out. You're done. I don't know who made it. I don't know if you cleaned your hands. I don't know what's going on. Get it out. So there you go.
You know, you don't know that from when you store by it either.
Brian Hackney, intern Hackney. Had Bit-O Honey at number 5.
No, he's wrong there.
Raisins.
That's nature's candy. Come on.
Lifesavers / Breath Savers.
Oh, Lifesavers are good.
Breath Savers, though.
Well, yeah.
Orange / black taffy things.
No, those are good. A little bit kiss of peanut butter. Mm-mm-mm. And this is where he's wrong.
And what was number 1? Smarties.
Smarties are the best. The best non-chocolate candy that they give out.
The best non-Pez?
Well, okay, yeah, the best non-Pez. No, Smarties. I have just eaten pack after pack of Smarties.
Yeah. You buy a pack of Smarties, like a big bag of Smarties, and Jeff can finish it in an hour.
I believe it. Snort them, too.
Randall Holt, RJ Holt, judge to the floppies. Had orange, black, whatever, those old candies.
Give them to me, then.
I already did.
This one I really am not happy with. Dots. I love Dots. Love Dots.
They were tasty good, but they
got stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
By about dot number 30, they really do not taste good.
And I think in the same thing as Jujubes.
Dots are better than Jujubes.
I like Juju fruit.
Jujubes. The small itty bitty pellet ones.
Oh,
yeah. And they're really hard. Juicy fruits are good.
Juju fruit is similar to Dots.
Do they have Jujubes in Israel?
Shut up.
Wow. should I edit that out right now?
No, they'll find that funny in Israel, damn it.
Gummy burgers.
Not in Palestine.
What's a gummy burger?
I have no idea.
It's a
gummy?
Gummy. It's in the
It
shape
looks
of a
like
burger.
a hamburger?
It's just, again...
It's a different shaped gummy?
Yeah.
Pennies. I know not candy, but really? And Necco wafers.
See?
There you
the
go.
proper
There's
number
one.
one.
Besotted Geek, Canadian of the Year. Gum. Gum.
I've got gum before.
Chiclets.
Yeah.
The bubble gum, like the Bazooka, yeah.
Generic black orange wrapped candy.
Those are good.
Milk Duds.
Those are good.
I always feel like they get too hard.
They again, the things that get stuck in your teeth.
Step up from Raisinets.
Number 2, Raisinets. And number 1,
Goobers.
Necco wafers.
Pez.
What? I think someone just lost Canadian of the Year for next year.
Well, for next year, I thought we'd take it away from him right now.
Change approved.
Well, here's the thing.
Formerly known as
Canadian of the Year.
Wow, you had
Hey, wait a minute. Do we remember who the runner-up was? Because now we have to crown them.
I know.
Well, I was going to say it's probably Nickel, but
It's Heno.
Probably Scab Jeff.
yeah, he did get one vote.
He did.
Besotted Geek, you're still in.
It was a 3-way tie for a second. I thought it was 2
We're going to have to go back and listen to that.
Scab Jeff just lost runner-up.
There's 3 people tied, so we got to vote for those 3 people that tied.
Heno, Nick, or Scab Jeff. I vote Heno.
Change approved.
Okay, so Heno, if you cannot fulfill your abilities for 2 months,
This is kind of like the Miss America, where
That's right.
there you go. And also, finally, Cincy Explorer had Mary Jane's. I think that's weed.
those are those little chewy candies. They're not that good, but
Crows,
terrible.
which is also called black licorice gumdrops.
Black or licorice shit.
Yeah, those were...
I don't know what those are.
Candy buttons. You got more paper than candy.
No, I agree with him on that one.
Circus peanuts.
I like circus peanuts.
Oh, God.
I like circus
Are those
peanuts,
just
too.
the big ugly styrofoam
Yeah,
orange
You're
things?
eating styrofoam. It's delicious.
Ooh.
And number 1, Almond Joy / Mounds.
What is your problem with coconut, people?
Sorry, I want candy. Here's coconut. Fuck you.
Toasted coconut is good.
I said candy. I got coconut. I hate you.
I do have an honorable mention. I have an honorable mention. Do you guys got any honorable mentions?
I forgot all my honorable mentions.
Anything that requires me to smell feet.
What Halloween trips are you going on?
What neighborhood did you go in where all your things are pudding pops that are laced with roofies, razor blade, chalk covered razor blades, making you smell their feet?
Anyways, we did get a request for a top 5 next week.
Oh, yeah? That was at my church. No, I'm kidding.
That was at my church.
Number 5, this is from my wife.
I believe it.
A top 5 next week.
Okay.
Top 5 Halloween costumes you had when you were a kid.
Uh-oh.
had the same one.
Same one over every year.
No, cheap paper shit you buy.
Well, there's your top 5,
Back
buddy.
when we were children. Holy shit.
How about when we were in college? Because I got...
Well, that's fine. Anytime you use a Halloween... How about top 5 Halloween costumes
That you've used.
You've used.
Yes, okay.
So as an
Right, yeah.
adult, I've done some.
Okay, there you go.
Because I was going to say, as a kid, they always had those plastic masks
Yes,
that you
yeah.
rubber banded around your head.
You mean like this Kevin James mask? That
Yeah,
Jason
Kevin
keeps on
James. No,
putting
it's
on?
even
No,
worse
it's
than
even
that.
worse because they had sharp edges.
Yes, sharp edges, and you would breathe in it, and your whole face was full of sweat condensation from your breath.
Spittle.
You know what
Yes.
the worst part is? I tried to scare kids at this my house this year. Kevin James will make an appearance. Come watch. Kevin can wait. No! Fuck you, Kevin James.
Costumes next week. All right.
Bad idea of the week. Necco wafers. I think we've had that already. But,
But we're reinforcing it.
yes,
Necco wafers
that
are a
is,
bad
give me a
idea.
number, Jeff. For Necco.
6.
Really? That high?
No. Well, they call it candy.
266. Necco wafers.
They call it candy, and it's anything but.
Bad idea of the week is number 265 is mocking any type of candy when Jeff is around. I like razor blades. Is that coconut razor blades?
It's not candy. It's coconut.
No. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Titles for the show. Jim, what you got?
I got Udahoian.
Ooh.
I got Y.
I actually have Y as well.
I have
Why?
Shitty and Plenty. We can't use it, but Suicide Squad 2, Birds of Prey, and Peeing in the Corner at the Surreal Life House.
It's a little long. Blake, anything?
No.
Best color man in the business. Jeff?
I blew my big drag queen wad.
You don't regret that email to Society Children's Theater now.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6, Y. I got the Greek god Diabetes. And chocolate-covered razor blades or coconut razor blades.
The Greek god Diabetes.
I feel whelmed.
I feel whelmed. I'm whelmed.
I'm whelmed.
Andy resisted the Hobie every time.
And resisted the Hobie.
The decorator.
I don't know if we can name our show after Peter North.
I'm just talking about decorating the studio.
Like designing women.
Yes.
Decorating for Halloween.
It's good. Because you kept saying it's good on every candy. And I meant to put coconut razor blades, and I put coconut razorbacks. So I like the coconut razor blades. But I also like the decorator.
But, Jeff likes our top 5 no matter what.
Everything on the top 5. My vote is for I blew my big drag queen wad.
No!
Because that was the best line said all night.
I enjoy that line, but I like why.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Episode 250. Why?
Why?
I don't get it.
Change approved.
Why it is.
You've been listening to Hobie.